Every year in February, the biggest game of the year captures the nation's attention. The Super Bowl takes center stage on millions of TVs.
From the wings to the commercials, Super Bowl Sunday has become an unofficial holiday.
Join us as we look back at how the news covered the big game. The Giants dominated Super Bowl 21 back in 1987 to take home their first Lombardi trophy.
But even before the win, both New York and New Jersey were making their case on which state would hold the victory parade.
Well, with only 9 days to go before the Super Bowl, the question of who will host the Giants celebration is still unresolved. First, New York City offered to host a ticker tape parade, but that idea was snubbed by the Giants, who opted for a party at home at the Meadowlands. Or did they? Rosanna Scotto reports.
As the Giants practiced today for the Super Bowl game, the governor of New Jersey, along with some Jersey businessmen, announced a fundraising campaign. The money would be put toward giving the Giants a celebration party at the Meadowlands when they returned from Pasadena.
Not only can we save the taxpayers some money by not having the taxpayers pay for it, but now everybody can be part of it. Everybody can send in their $1, their $5, their $10, whatever, and know that they're contributing something in their pride to the New York Giants and the New Jersey Giants.
While the Giants may play in New Jersey, they still belong to New York. New York City Mayor Ed Koch, though, was against giving the team a ticker tape parade, calling them foreigners because they played at the Meadowlands. But the mayor changed his mind about a parade last week when American Express decided to pay for it. But the owner of the Giants turned him down. Did you do it because of all the things Mayor Koch said about the team and how they belong to Jersey?
No, definitely not. We did it because of all the things that Governor Kane and the Sports Authority have done for the Giants and for the Giant fans.
Do you think that the New York Giants will ever change their name to New Jersey Giants?
No, I don't.
The Giants players said, sure, they're happy they're having a big celebration here at the Meadowlands. But some did tell me, after a little pressing, that they are disappointed it won't be in New York City.
I'm disappointed.
Hey, we're disappointed. We have really pissed off, Mayor. All right? We are pissed off.
Are you?
Yeah, really, aren't you? I mean, I think we should have a ticket tape parade. I think, we should ride on the cars with Mayor Koch sitting beside me, waving and everything, saying how much he's a Giant fan.
And, I've been a Giant fan since the Polo Grounds. I know he would say something like that. So, Ed, we're going to make you the Grand Marshal, Ed, but since you've been such a...
And we're going to give you an honorary football. But no, you had to mess it all up, Ed.
Harry Carson and Lawrence Taylor also said they won't be on hand for the celebration at the Meadowlands.
No, I'm going to be on the beach. I'm going to be on the beach.
Gary Reason said he'll be at the celebration, but he hinted he may also organize his own New York City ticker tape parade.
Maybe, I'll get 5 or 6 guys and 7 or 8 cars together, and we'll go over on 3rd Avenue and tell them we'll be there about 6 o'clock on Tuesday, and maybe we'll have our own little ticker tape.
Win or lose, with or without some of the Giants players, the big celebration will go on here at the Meadowlands come January 27th. And organizers say the details of this event will be given out next week. From Giant Stadium, Rosanna Scotto, Channel 5 News.
Flash forward 21 years. 2008 had one of the biggest upsets in Super Bowl history, with the New York Giants beating the undefeated Patriots to ruin their perfect season.
Of course, Fox 5 was live at the Super Bowl for instant reaction on the field with the players. Plus, Fox 5 took it to the streets to see the fans' reaction.
All along, we knew we can beat them, so we came out. We knew the first time that they were supposed to lose, but God put it the way He put it for a reason, so for us to meet them here and beat them.
What did you guys say after the Patriots come back and score and they go up 14-10? How did you guys not give up?
We came out. We knew we had Mighty 10, so Mighty 10 came out and threw the ball like he was supposed to throw it. Got us in the end zone, touchdown.
I dreamed of the confetti falling down, and it fell all over us. You guys have been so resilient. There's been so many times this year, even in today's game, where you guys make a mistake, a turnover, and you don't let it bother you. Why is that? How does that happen?
Because we play as one, and that's how a team's supposed to play, as one. Never underestimate the power of one.
All right, there you have it. Just an incredible football game. I mean, your heart's pounding there in the fourth quarter. Just a sensational football game. All right, for more on this game now, I want to send it over to my colleague, Andy Adler. Andy, take it away.
Oh, Duke, you could imagine, you know what it was like. The fans were going crazy, but no one was more excited than the players, and that includes my man, OC number 72. Take a look at this.
And it went up 14-10. I was like, wow, man, I didn't know what was going to happen, but, you know, Eli and them came through. Plaxico came through with the big touchdown. It was a football, a great win.
Let's see that right now. Let's show you. That's right.
It feels unbelievable, man. I don't even know how to explain it. It's the second best feeling of my life.
What was the first?
Well, my son being born, man. That was unbelievable, but, you know, it's the second best. Giants win, Super Bowl champions. I can't wait to get that ring, man.
Can you put into words how you feel?
You know what, this is why you work so hard, and to just have the chance to play in this game is really special, but to win the game and the way we won it, Eli leading us down the field for the go-ahead score, you know, Hollywood couldn't write it any better.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I feel great, you know. It's hard to put into words right now. Watch out for that. But I think we're the better team. That's all it is. We're the better team.
You worked for this. You deserve this. Tell me, what do you say to all the people who thought you were underdogs? Tell me, how you feel to the underdogs? Tell me your statement.
You know, it just goes to show the experts don't know nothing. They don't know anything. It's the best feeling in the world. We're world champs. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than this. World champs.
Now, those last 2 minutes of the game were killer. How did you guys manage to keep your cool?
I mean, you know, we knew that offense was going to pull us out of a jam. You know, I gave up a play at the end, but, I mean, in the New England Patriots, they do have a high-powered, great offense, and we know they was going to make some plays, and we just had to stick in there and stay technique sound, and that's just what we did.
From the beginning, you guys were considered the underdogs. No longer anymore, right?
No longer. You know, we came out. We knew we had a great football team in front of us that we should have beat the first time, and that's what we did this time.
Can I get a woohoo, baby?
Woohoo, baby!
We're taking the podium.
You know what? Right now, things have slowed down, obviously, but right now, back at their hotel, they are partying, and they deserve it. After being the underdogs the whole season, they've certainly proven a lot of people wrong. Duke, back to you.
So partying, what's going on there?
No doubt, Rosanna, there's a lot of partying going on here in Times Square. There's a heavy police presence here because there's heavy foot traffic, as you can see, and here, heavy car traffic. And in some spots, the crowds are crazy. A few moments ago, my crew and I were a few blocks down where we shot this video that you're about to see. Cops on horses trying to control crowds that were literally dancing and jumping up and down in the street. People were holding up jerseys, holding up hats, holding up signs, flags, all this going on as cars drove by and honked horns. But as big and wild as the crowds are, the NYPD says everything is relatively under control. They haven't sent anyone to the slammer yet as a result of celebration, the celebration which will no doubt be going on until at least Tuesday, the day of that big parade. It seems like everyone is just stunned that the New York Giants beat the New England Patriots, the undefeated New England Patriots. We're here in Times Square where there is still a big party going on. I'm Andre Hepkins, Fox 5 News, Ernie Rosanna, back inside to you.
6 years later, the big game was held right here in our backyard. MetLife Stadium hosted Super Bowl 48, and Times Square turned into Super Bowl Boulevard.
And here we go, a practice run down Super Bowl Boulevard's toboggan run. New Yorkers and tourists alike pumped up for some football and fun.
This is great, being in this awesome city.
So you know how tall this is?
No, I really don't. No.
It's like 3 stories.
Really?
You get on top of that thing?
Not yet, but I wouldn't mind trying it though.
If you want to see what the toboggan run looks like from a different angle, check this out. If you still want to give it a shot, you can Wednesday. That's when Super Bowl Boulevard officially opens, from 34th to 47th Streets, straight through Times Square. There's also going to be free concerts, a virtual theater, and tons of other fun. But there's still last-minute work to be done by forklift operators like Doug. You feel like you're part of history here?
I am a part of history here. Just take a look around. This is Super Bowl, man, on Broadway.
To keep Broadway safe, you'll be sure to see plenty of New York's finest. Different sorts of safer garbage cans and choppers in the sky keeping an eye on it all. Down here, it's just about enjoying the moment. You're here from Miami. Usually the Super Bowl is in Miami. What do you think of it being in New York?
I know. I think it's great. The weather is like incredible. Like you out here, you can see it. Like your breath is like coming out and it's actually freezing.
You don't have a hat on that bald head of yours.
I have one. It's in my pocket.
Trying to score tickets to the big game could cost big bucks and big headaches. Back in 2005, Fox 5 investigated a ticket scam that cost one fan a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl is this weekend, and some will do almost anything to get tickets to the Super Bowl.
But when you hand over your cash, you can end up being the big loser. Wait till you see how shady these ticket sales can be.
Here's Fox 5's John Dutzman.
This is like a big deal for me. I mean, Philadelphia fans are crazy, you know, and I'm one of them.
Josh forked over $2,300 for 2 tickets. He dealt with a company called Park Avenue Tickets. They operate out of an apartment on 2nd Avenue, and this guy, John Prano, is in charge.
I'm trying to do the best for my client. I mean, I have other clients, and all my clients are happy.
Oh, but Josh is not too happy.
All I wanted to do was just go to this game.
He was stiffed. All he got was promises that the tickets were coming and a nasty phone message left by John's business partner, Elizabeth.
I'm not in this business to play games or play with children like yourself.
But it seems that Elizabeth and her partner John were playing most of the games. First of all, the tickets were not delivered on January 20th, the date on the paperwork.
So I made all my arrangements beforehand. I have my hotel, I have my plane ticket.
After Josh showed up to the office to complain, Elizabeth makes this promise on the phone.
So I will call you later this afternoon when I am in the office and you can pick up your tickets. Have a good day.
But that didn't happen either, so we went to pay John Prano a visit. You're saying that totally legitimately you have Super Bowl tickets for this guy?
Yes, I do.
We thought it was a little odd that the paperwork said the tickets were in section 414, row 15. Strange because Josh was not assigned specific seats to the Super Bowl. Even stranger because the rows here in the stadium in Jacksonville go by letters like A, B, C, and D. They don't have any numbers. There is no row 15. But the ticket guy had an explanation for all this. He said it's its own special numbering system.
The reason it says row 15, and which I've explained to him, is because I don't want to get people confused with the letters.
Honestly, we were confused by this whole deal, and the ticket guy seemed so believable, we wanted to cut him some slack. After all, he made us a big promise.
Why don't you guys come back on Monday with Josh, and you can be here when he makes his decision whether he wants the tickets or the money.
Okay.
How's that
Sounds
work?
good to me.
How does that work for you guys?
It works for me. So we came back on Monday at 11 a.m. as promised. We got stood up. Instead of meeting with us, the ticket man was meeting with a criminal defense lawyer, John Yanuzzi.
When I've directed my client either to replace the tickets if he can through other brokers or to return the funds, and that will not be a problem.
The lawyer claims his client, John Prano, who stiffed Josh, is a victim of another ticket broker who stiffed him.
My client bought about $20,000 worth of tickets for multiple people, and all of them have been done out of the tickets.
I mean, you know, I have all these plans set up, and now I don't have my tickets, and I look like an idiot.
And all my clients are happy.
So we leave you with this happy message that Elizabeth from Park Avenue Tickets left Josh on his phone.
Rule number 1, do not call my office again. Okay, I don't want to hear a call, nor do I want to hear a discussion about this. This is my rules. These are our tickets in which you bought. Enough said.
Yes, Elizabeth, enough said. But we have a few more things to say. In addition to Josh, our victim, Josh's friend out in California forked over $4,000 and didn't get any tickets. And there's a cop, a police officer in Mamaroneck who handed over $4,000 and didn't get his Super Bowl tickets. Supposedly, they're all going to get their money back. I'm John Dutzman. Back to you guys.
Well, Josh never got the Super Bowl tickets, but he did get his money back. The lawyer for the ticket company handed Fox 5's John Dutzman a cashier's check for $2,300 made out to Josh. John rushed it to Josh, and Josh took it right to the bank to make sure it's real. He says he's still going to try to get tickets.
This year's Super Bowl is in New Orleans, where it was also held back in 1997.
Kurt, weren't you there for that one?
Yes, I was. Mustache and all. I was, and I got to take a look at what the city of New Orleans had to offer.
Well, it's time to check in with Fox 5 Live's Kurt Menefee.
Well, he's down in New Orleans gearing up for the big day on Sunday. Kurt, Super Bowl.
Yes, but when you come to New Orleans, of course, all the talk is about the super food down here. New Orleans is known for its cuisine, so we decided to come to Landry's restaurant down here in the French Quarter and check out some of the great offerings that they have and talk about actually New Orleans food with Anthony Robertson. Anthony, I mean, first of all, explain to us, what do we have here? Because you see this everywhere you go in New Orleans.
Sure, I'm more than happy to. This is it's a homemade bread pudding. It's topped off with a rum sauce. This is our crawfish platter. It has fried crawfish tails, blackened crawfish, crawfish étouffée and a crawfish au gratin here.
That's crawfish with cheese, basically.
Basically, a little bit of spice added to it. We have our traditional red beans and rice here, of course, with sausage. Lemon and pepper catfish here. This is our blackened snapper topped off with a crawfish étouffée. Here we have a broiled stuffed shrimp pontchartrain. The pontchartrain is named after Lake Pontchartrain here, of course. The pontchartrain sauce is a creamy white wine sauce, has crawfish tails, mushroom in it. Very good dish.
It sounds like we could eat it all here. What's the most popular dish you got?
Probably, I'd say red beans and rice, maybe probably 2 of them, and the crawfish platter.
So when you get this stuff, is it okay to eat it with your fingers? That's all I want to know about.
Eat it any way you like.
Well, I'm sure you have business pick up a whole lot during a week like this.
Yeah,
obviously.
Super Bowl week,
How
we'll
big?
appreciate the bid. It's big.
I mean, twice the business you get, maybe?
Twice. We're expecting maybe 3 times the business here this weekend, especially Saturday. But yeah, business has picked up, and we welcome it, of course. Sure.
All right, well, we got to eat this stuff because we don't want to throw it away. There are people starving in China.
6 days to the big game, and the teams have a case of the you gotta. Got to get focused, got to ditch the early game jitters.
We got to execute. We just got to stop the run, stop the pass, and play good special teams.
Gotta. The whole city has caught it.
You have to go on a steamboat ride.
The Grand Old Natchez will paddle you on a trip down the mighty Mississippi. 2 cruises a day packed with Pats and Packers later this week.
You have to go on a carriage ride.
Here, the donkey pulls the cart through the cobblestone quarter. There's a carriage on every corner.
Canal Street. They talk about a canal being on the street. It never was. The guy got the money and run off.
And a guide who knows it all.
You gotta go to Bourbon Street. Trust me, it's where it's at.
On Bourbon, always something unique, day or night. It is, after all, the very pulse of this city. During Mardi Gras, packed with a sea of people, same way later in the week when the Super Bowl fans get here. Beautiful music, incredible food, and always an interesting person on the street corner.
You have to come to Mardi Gras. Woo! You wanna go see Mardi Gras? How to go see the Mardi Gras?
It's a party even bigger than the Super Bowl, but this week the two combine. Pageantry and parades meet pigskin. You gotta figure out how to win, you gotta experience one super city, and one more thing.
Come back to New Orleans, of course.
Apparently not everyone is glued to the TV on Super Bowl Sunday. In 1992, a Fox 5 reporter hit the streets of New York to talk to pedestrians to find out why they weren't enjoying the big game.
A team from New York State made it to the Super Bowl, but people in New York City are a breed of their own. Although Super Bowl fever swept the Big Apple, not everyone was tuned in. Pablo Guzman reports.
The movie theaters are nearly empty and the lights in high-rise apartments say it all. But some folks are not home watching, as we try to determine in one take on the street. Excuse me, hi, want to know how come you're not watching the game right now?
Not interested.
What game? We're not interested. Good responses. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. God, I love New Yorkers, man, the best. Here's a young lady at the corner. Let's bother her. Excuse me, ma'am. Hi, I'd like to know why you're not watching the game right now?
I'm not American.
Oh, that's okay. You don't have to be American.
I don't know the rules. I don't know the game.
So you can just turn it on and laugh. You know, like make up your own rules as you go along.
Maybe I'll go and do that.
Okay, but instead, what would you be doing now? Are you on your way home? Or, yeah. So you're gonna watch something else, or just listen to music, or?
Maybe I'll take your suggestion. I'll watch the movie.
Yeah, put the sound down, have the game on, and put on like some music. You know what?
Okay.
All right. Take care. Thanks a lot. All right. Excuse me. Hi. How you doing? Talk to you for a moment? You want, hi. You don't want to, yeah, see, this is a New Yorker. This is a New Yorker. This cat is for real. You know what I'm saying? All right, thank you. Yes, yes, good smile. Yes, what a guy, what a guy. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, excuse me. Hi, ma'am, how do you do? Hi. Kickoff was a few minutes ago. Want to know why you're not watching the game?
Because I just got out of my dance class.
Ah, okay. And when you go home, will you be watching the game?
The Bills are going to win.
But the Bills are going to win.
Right.
Okay. All right. Diehards. Diehards. Oh, hi. Kickoff was a few minutes ago, and we want to know how come you're not watching the game, or are you on your way to watch the game?
Not a football fan.
Not a football fan.
No.
Thank you.
I'm a shopper.
On that note, that's the real New Yorker there. Pablo Guzman, Fox 5 News.
Sports gambling in New York may be legal now, but that wasn't the case in 1997. And on Super Bowl Sunday, the NYPD raided several illegal sports betting rooms right here in the city.
Super Bowl Sunday turned into a super gambling raid for authorities in Queens, Brooklyn, and Long Island. And Fox 5's Una Kwan is live with late details for us. Una.
The DAs of 5 counties put their muscle together and went on a Super Bowl blitz of their own, cracking down on illegal sports betting wire rooms stretching from Staten Island to eastern Long Island. 34 people were arrested in the 5-day operation. It started Friday and went right up to yesterday. Law enforcement used wiretaps to listen in on the illegal wire rooms. They say while bettors may think that no harm can come out of plonking down $20 for a bet, they say, think again.
Every individual who places an illegal bet through organized crime-controlled wire rooms is simply putting money into the hands and into the pockets of organized crime and is fueling organized crime's most insidious activities, such things as gun trafficking, narcotics trafficking, loan sharking, labor racketeering, and even mob violence.
In addition to the 34 arrests, police seized guns, cash, betting slips, computers, telephones, and a whole lot of other betting paraphernalia. They say illegal sports betting is a $15 billion a year industry in New York City alone. They say this operation was a good part of that, and they say they now have made a big dent in this organized activity. Live in Kew Gardens, Queens, Yuna Kwan, Fox News.
We all know football isn't just a man's game. In 1998, Fox 5 spotlighted the growing female fan base of the NFL and how a local bar embraced the trend.
As you already know, the Broncos are the Super Bowl winners. But some businesses are also winners, the ones that cater to football widows. Not all wives in the Garden State strayed from the game, as Cynthia Turnquist reports.
Love Green Bay and she loves Broncos!
Move over, guys. The National Football League estimates nearly 50 million women watch the Super Bowl.
Sports are interesting. I mean, it's not just a male thing. I just was watching TV one day, and I just started watching, and I loved it. My father and my brother could care less. They couldn't tell you a thing.
Men welcome the female fans.
It makes it more exciting, you know, and interesting. And sometimes they really get into the game.
I'll be watching this great football game, and I'll be saying to myself, now, do I talk to her at halftime, or do I get her after the Favre touchdown?
Recent polls show that professional football is the favorite sport of women, ahead of baseball, basketball, and hockey. NFL figures also find that 43% of women say they follow the game.
You have this group of women who are more athletic. They've been involved in sports and fitness their whole lives, and they can see the athleticism there, and they can see what the appeal of this game is.
However, football has yet to win over these women.
As soon as my husband puts it on, I'm out with my girlfriends.
Oh, please, it's so boring.
Betsy Burns, author of the Women's Armchair Guide to Pro Football, says some football widows never got interested because they don't know much about the game.
I think one of the big things that's intimidating about football is the scoring, because football, unlike some other sports, has a number of different scoring options.
The league understands that women are an untapped audience and now sponsors seminars across the country, crash courses in the fundamentals.
Let me just take a quick show of hands. How many people know how many points a touchdown is worth?
But now that you have women, you open up another avenue, you open up other doors, and it just doubles the fan base, and it's good for the sport.
If the NFL strategy works, even the most gridiron challenged women will be counting the days until the next Super Bowl Sunday.
And that was the news then.